Dusty Tag Team Classic. People, champions have been announced. We got The Riddle, we got Velveteen Dream, Adam Cole, baby, Johnny Gargano, and a partridge in a pear tree. Let's go!
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, got my track. Oh, yeah, my track playing in the background. Are we on? I don't even know if we on, Steve. We in? Are we live? Oh, we up. Oh, man. I ain't know what's going on. But listen, I got everybody here. Listen. NXT panel, man. Road to WrestleMania. Road to TakeOver. Let me start with my man over here, man. Listen, this is RealTalker.com. REEL Talker.com. The heel, the man with the purpley coiffed hair from Chicago. Jim Alexander was good, baby.
Couldn't get a better entrance. I think you're going to be my Paul Heyman.
Well, all day long. What's going on?
It's going. Ready to talk about all things my boys tonight.
Listen, we set up the tables a certain way, man. TK was gone. As soon as she turns it back, Jim steals the boudoir. But I got my girl, man, next to D. Jim Alexander, man. TK Trinidad was good, girl.
I already knew that was gonna happen. It's not
She
even a
knew it, man.
surprise.
She knew it.
James Boudoir.
Then we were coming before the show starts. Like, are you back from hiatus? I'm dude. I was gone for one day.
One day. He's like, where you been? Yo, I got my girl next to me, man. Indy Queen, man. Listen, all things Indy thing. Listen, Dean Ambrose, baby mama, man. Listen. Yeah, I just broke some news, man. Breaking news. Joe, listen. Anissa Barr.
Hi, I'm not Dean Ambrose baby mom. That's disgusting.
The name might have a problem.
What
with
about
that.
Johnny Moxley?
That's
It's
some.
John Moxley.
Oh, I knew she was correct.
Right, buddy.
It's
Same
John
unknown
Moxley.
name, same unknown
Oh
channel.
my God.
For him.
It's I have T Mac, Instagram, man, Twitter. What's going on?
Shout out to Barry Mack.
Shout out to my pod, Barry Mac.
Shout out to my cool shirt. Says marking out.
Oh, is that what it
Pretty
says?
much.
Oh
Macho
my
Man
God.
style shirt.
We got
You don't know.
we got oh my God. It was a fun and festive night at NXT at Full Sail University, man. We opened on the greatest wrestler in NXT history, Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole. I love Adam Cole. I think he has the best chant cheer shtick in the world right now. Everyone loves it. I'm excited to see what happens if he gets to a larger scale.
Not everyone. First off. Not everyone.
I'm about to kick it to you, damn it. Hold on. So, Jim, take me through just the meeting. To me, it ran way too long, but it was still great. What do you think about this match? What do you think about them in the ring? How do you think this is going to go? Be nice.
Okay, I need a minute then. To be nice. It went too long. I will say this. This probably is the pinnacle of a Gargano promo. I don't think it gets better than this for him. So it was probably his best stuff on the mic, talking about how he's basically saying what I've been saying about him. So he's listening. He knows what's up. But it was, I guess, it's sold to the crowd, right? Listen, Adam Cole, they're fine for this match. I think it's you need to put them together. One of them or both of them should be staying around NXT. So may the best man win in that case. Whoever. Hey, let the smallest man come out on top.
TK, take it, man. For a diamond cut this
I mean,
dude.
I like the fact that how they, both had. It was kind of long, but I like the fact that they're establishing the stories and the reason behind it, and
Champ was
essentially,
incredible.
essentially why they feel like each other deserves, whatever belt. So I was for it. It was a tad bit long, but
The chant was incredible. I did like that Johnny let it breathe, though. That's a nice trick right there. You got to let it breathe. He let that chant breathe. He's like, yo, that Johnny wrestling Adam Cole thing. That chant was long. Anissa Barr, what say you?
I thought this promo between them was great. It's very
good.
crisp.
Damn good.
I enjoyed the fact that Adam Cole had the Undisputed Era family come out because, at the end of the day, those are his boys, and they're going to make sure that he wins that title either way, unless next week we have, hey, they're banned from ringside. So I do enjoy this type of promo that these two guys, created. And I honestly think this is Johnny Gargano's time to win the NXT Championship.
If there's no other time, this has to be
Exactly. And if not, then, hey, he's still at NXT for maybe another few more months.
Do you think even if he loses, you don't think that's the indication he'll get called up if he loses?
Well, no, because this happened to Bayley before when she lost the NXT Championship. everyone thought she's going to go straight to the main roster,
so true.
and she didn't. She was still, there, and then she went to the main roster a few months later. So, I'm cool if he goes on the main roster. I'm cool if he stays at NXT. At the end of the day, Johnny Gargano is the face of NXT right now because Ciampa is not there.
TK, what do you think? Do you think it hurt him? Do you think it's going to hurt Johnny ultimately about getting the main roster call up because Tommaso's hurt? Do you think that's going to hurt him?
Well,
literally?
I don't think he should go to the main roster right now. He's going to get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah,
sure.
you think so? Because yeah, do you think it would? Would you have the same thoughts if he came with Ciampa though, as like DIY or as a? Do you think it would get? You think they can reestablish a tag team division, or do you think he really does need him, or do you think
it's not necessarily that he needs him? It's just that we have WWE, whether they admit it or not, they're battling against AEW and pretty much every other promotion just to stay on top, and they don't want their wrestlers going anywhere else. So they're essentially like packing all these wrestlers into the locker room. So it's like even if they do come up, what are you gonna do with them? So we have a full roster on both Raw and SmackDown, and we see maybe if we're lucky, 25% of those wrestlers.
Yeah, and a lot of people
on
don't
a
know.
weekly basis.
Yeah, and most of them are spread out through house shows. Like, but not everyone knows that unless it's your town and they're there. Like people like, where'd so and so go? They're probably at a house show.
Oh yeah, it's guaranteed they're definitely performing at a house show. But it's like I was saying earlier today. It's like if you've been signed to WWE for between 5 and 10 years, and take Naomi for instance, you've been seeing Naomi on a regular basis on SmackDown. Right. Now all of a sudden you might see her once a month. It's like, okay, well.
Yeah, and to you, that's all you see her. Like I said, you don't know unless you go to every freaking house show in America.
Yeah.
Like you don't know that she's on consistently. So your thought process is, where's she been?
Right.
So I get what you're saying. Like I don't want Johnny to get lost in the shuffle, despite what D. Jim Alexander says. This dude can flat out wrestle.
Well, I mean, you can look at it like this.
I'm not even waste my breath on it.
You can even look at it like this. Congratulations to JoJo, but I didn't even know she was gone.
Real talk.
They have I love the fact that
That's
they have
real.
announcers, but they have a lot of JoJo looking announcers at the moment, and I was like, oh shoot, she's been gone, and she's due in June.
You right about that, man. Because fine ass Charlie Caruso been taking over. I forgot all about that. You right.
So it's like okay,
I knew like 2 months.
She look. Man, JoJo look like she's like 17 months pregnant right now, man. She ready. I know that defies all logic and science, but listen.
Yeah, she looked like she's ready. Like
ready to go.
Congratulations to her, but it's like I didn't even.
You're right about that though.
Same thing with Bray Wyatt,
True.
We really didn't know he was gone for a while, but then we kind of forgot. And now he's posting on social media his new hairdo.
Is he hurt? He's not hurt, is he? Is he just gone?
I don't know, but maybe they don't have anything for him right now, so maybe they have something for him after WrestleMania. That's why he's changing his whole look.
Jim Alexander, could you cut a promo, please, man? Let these people know where you can find everybody. That's everything after Buzz.
I could. I think I can do that. I can tell all my fans out there, fans of the NXT channel right here on AfterBuzz, and all my fans of my boy Johnny Gargano. Thank you for making us the ESPN of TV talk, for tuning in every single week to watch me and TK and Anissa and Mac do our thing. So continue to join the live chat where we can see your thoughts and see how you guys are agreeing with certain things I might be saying. Leave comments, definitely subscribe, and if you're listening on iTunes, driving around, looking for that NXT house show to find Johnny in, subscribe. Subscribe when you park on the side, of course, and give us a 5-star rating in the meantime.
God. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Shout out to Rocky, Dan, Marie was good, DJ Set was good.
I think you said Bray Wyatt's on maternity leave.
Shout out to Dan, of course, as usual. Oh my God, who else was in there? Jason was good. Mad Cool Clips was good. If I didn't say something, Marie, Charlene was good. The Real YT was good. You was good. Karsten was good. Man, y'all in the chat, man. I appreciate it. Zeno Hour, what up, baby? Ghost, what up? Yeah, so now this is very interesting. This is probably the most interesting part of the night. We're getting some new ladies coming out a little bit. This is very, very, very interesting, man. I love when they display new people. They test the waters a little bit. People that, and a lot of people that, a lot of wrestlers they know. Mm-hmm. Some from the Young Classics, some just because you follow these ladies in other avenues. But you had Aaliyah, Vanessa Bourne versus Casey, and Lacey Lane. Lacey Lane, hometown favorite. She was pretty awesome in the Mae Young Classic. It ended in a no contest because Shayna Baszler was walking around just mowing people down and choking people out, but she plays no games.
I wonder how that works. Like, we've seen Vanessa Bourne's been on NXT. I can't recall Lacey, but maybe. Aaliyah's been on NXT, and it's like you see them, and then they don't really have much of a storyline, then they disappear for is it more of a tester? And it's like, we're going to work on this?
For sure.
Or,
Yeah, they're testing the waters. Anissa, what say you about the match, these ladies? What is your take on all of them? Who do you see out of this four, being, because I know they like Casey a lot.
Right.
Who do you think?
I like Casey too.
Who do you think is going to emerge out of all of them?
I'm going to be honest, when we did the Mae Young Classic, I wasn't a fan of Casey because I'm like, oh great, another person from a different avenue. But as I saw her progress and do more, she does have a lot of skills within wrestling, and I do enjoy her in-ring skills. She had progressed. The NXT Performance Center is doing well with her. Yep. She did amazing at the Royal Rumble. She pretty much proved like she's here when she did the Royal Rumble, those little fun stunts.
She's a true athlete.
I feel bad for Aaliyah because Aaliyah has been there since.
Oh my God!
Since breaking ground. That was 4 years ago.
For a minute, yo.
And I feel with her when she first started, she wanted to mix in with being a Bratz doll, mix with Kim Kardashian, mix with a belly dancer, and they didn't know what to do with her. And now the fact that she now has this gimmick or character in her new outfit, this really is her time to shine. But how long is she going to be at NXT? Will she ever be on the main roster? Who knows?
I
don't think she's going to.
I do like Lacey. She's a fantastic job. I like the whole Mortal Kombat outfit, the style.
It can be confused with Ember Moon shtick, but it is different. It is.
I didn't think of that.
I definitely do.
I didn't think of the Ember Moon.
Definitely.
Yeah, for those people who get
and stuff.
Yeah, who get people mixed up despite it's like they just see all black is black, they would get.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm talking about for the mainstream fan. I'm telling you right now. I know the two different people. They had two different names, two different ladies, two different sisters. But I'm just saying they're gonna be like, is that Ember Moon?
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, nigga, I'm telling. I'm just.
Sure.
I love the Mortal Kombat shtick though, because that's from my era. But I can see how people would get confused. But where is Ember Moon? We do not know.
There's another one.
Is she injured? I heard she was injured.
Was it Royal Rumble? Was it Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
She got dinged a little bit. She's high risk though. She'll go in, man. She'll jump over. She's one of those people that put her body on the line that's why they call it a high risk maneuver. So, and that's things what the injury does. It kind of takes you back, puts you in the back of the line. And
but even before she had the injury, they weren't even doing. I mean, she had such a great run at NXT. And it was just like, okay, it was between her and Asuka.
Dominant.
Asuka came up to the main roster. I mean, you already see what they were doing with Asuka. And then you have her on NXT. She was doing a great one there. And then they bring her up. And it's just like, oh, now she's friends with Nia. And then she's friends with this person. And then she's doing something else. And it's just like, okay, now she's injured. It's just one of those things where it's like you don't even know, like, it's, how you had such a great run and you're injured. It's like, oh my gosh, like this person's injured, I can't wait for them to come back. Are they going to come back? You're looking for her to come back. But if Ember Moon doesn't come back, there was nothing for us to miss in the main roster.
That is very true, because it was fresh. Like I said, I look like she's a hard-working athlete. She grinded. She put on great matches at NXT. And like I said, it's one of those things. The call-up is a promotion. It is a promotion. You don't turn down the call-up. Somebody comes to you, Carano comes to you and says, yo, or Triple H, whoever is like, yo, we're bringing you up. What are you going to say? I have great matches in NXT. You're gonna be like, I'm taking the call up, and you're hoping that you have faith that they're gonna give you the brass ring, and you're gonna take the brass ring, and you're gonna have great matches. You don't know what's gonna happen, man. Nope. You don't know if they're gonna lose you in the shuffle. So I said, I think she made the right move. I hope she can come back with a vengeance, man. I truly do. I hope she can come back and you in the chat says it's a shoulder injury again, so she's heard it before.
Yeah, but how many women are we actually seeing from the main roster?
It's tough, man.
They're calling more women up, and like Stephanie's thing was to have almost equal women to men in both SmackDown and Raw. But now it feels like we're seeing less. We're seeing the same women, but we're not seeing everybody else.
The Riot Squad, man.
I mean, they kind of like what they did on SmackDown last night. They promoted this Fatal 4-Way.
Oh, it disappoints
me. And then all of a sudden, that's not happening, and all the women were so pissed off. Yeah, and they went on Twitter. Yeah. And I don't blame them.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, Twitter is one place that can get you in trouble, so be sure before you go on Twitter. Shout out to anybody who want to go on Twitter. Be careful. You can lose jobs, careers, everything. So before you go on...
And being private don't matter.
Being private don't matter. So I'm just saying, everybody find your Twitter. I'm just saying, so like, I get what they're saying, but yeah, Twitter ain't going to help you get back on that Fatal 4-Way. I promise you that. I'm just. Man, with that being said, man, the sweet smell of Charlie Caruso's perfume must mean one thing. Steve and the DJ in the booth, can you please drop T-Gay's Boudoir whenever you get it? Hey, Jim stole it though. Yeah, bust it over, Jim. Jim, no, Jim, yeah, twerk, yeah, Jim. Jim letting it all hang out.
Sends the rest for Raw.
Yeah, you can't give it all. You gotta give him just a taste. You gotta give him a taste. It's a family show, Jim.
Oh my god.
Not on the internet.
It really is.
So definitely a shout out to, I mentioned her before, JoJo. Those pictures were stunning.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Regardless of who.
She's beautiful. She's beautiful.
Yeah,
Regardless of the situation.
who whatever that happened, whatever, her pictures were absolutely amazing. Especially being, because no shade, but some women who get that they don't need to be taking
JoJo
pictures.
like a freaking queen, man. Yeah.
Then also Lacey Lane, definitely like her
Fire.
whole her outfit, and then Vanessa Bourne. And then shout out to Barry Mack.
What up, Pops?
And shout
Pops
out
in
to
the
Mandy
boudoir.
Rose.
I knew he was
and
making
Alexa Bliss on Raw.
Apparently, just pull him in the Boudoir Hall of Fame.
Shout out to me.
Shout out to my girl over here, man, with the Mark shirt on. Listen, now we get to the best part of NXT. The best part of the
You
night.
said
What
Jim
do you
has
say?
the rhythm of a 45-year-old soccer mom, mother of 5.
Hey, you.
Yeah, shout out to you.
That was a good one. That was a good one, you.
Hey, at least I got rhythm to show.
Yeah, he looked dead in the camera.
Yes.
He looked dead in the camera.
That was a good one,
He
dude.
peered into you's soul.
You gotta love the
Yo,
internet.
Rocky Bronx was good, baby. Listen, so my favorite part of NXT, man, the original bro. Yeah, boy. The original bro comes out in all his splendor. Jim was gonna understand one day this dude is box office. I'm talking about mega box office. I'm talking about Avengers Endgame box office. Because can't you already see it? I can see the writing on the wall. Sam Smith, shout out to Sam Smith. I can see the writings on the wall, man. This dude's flip-flops are gonna sell like hotcakes. Can you just imagine? They're just gonna put his flip-flops on the shop. It's bound to happen.
Just like Flip Gordon's flip-flops.
You see, and he put the flip-flops, and the flip-flops are gonna sell like hotcakes. $11.99. Gonna be a bro on the front. He comes out.
That's actually, yeah.
See, you see, he's in shape. He's fit. He's a powerhouse. He does this thing where he switches up to the aggression mode. He comes out and fights the guy I thought he was gonna fight later, which is pretty amazing. So it's like bro versus bro, like seriously, like bro. And they come out, and he beats the brakes off this dude, by the way. And he taps him out right in front of the Velveteen Dream. Jim, I dare you to poo-poo what you saw tonight. Boy, this dude is fire, man. He's box office, baby.
Who's cleaning it up? Because here's the thing.
I can't
Here's
believe
the
this.
thing, man. Like I said last week, I will give him credit. The guy has a good moveset, unique moveset. He's got some original stuff that we don't see from others.
True,
so
bro.
he's definitely in a ring. He does something new and fresh, which you got to give him props for, because he's not a copycat of others. That's where it ends. Because
That's where it ends? You
that's
just said
where
that?
it ends.
That was a glowing
Dude,
endorsement.
I am going to do makeover for Matt Riddle. We're gonna cut that hair off.
Then what?
We are going to give him an outfit, some sort of outfit. We
That
are gonna
is the
put
outfit.
some boots on.
He's shredded, bro.
He is.
Shredded.
He definitely, he's in great shape.
Why must he look like everybody
And
else?
That's my
we
thing.
are
yeah.
not having him say anything, bro, at all.
That's his
At
whole
all.
shtick.
That's no, but that's the thing. It's not going to get him over where it matters. When it matters, he needs to have a legitimate gimmick, not this bro thing, because that's just weak. The guy needs to learn. He needs to stay at NXT, learn how to talk on a mic, because once the bro is taken away from him, he's got no other words to say.
Why does it have to be taken away?
Because that's not going to sell him as any type of legitimate mid-carder on the main brand.
So do you agree that the yes chant got Daniel Bryan over?
Yes.
Then why can't he use the bro?
Because bro is not getting over.
Well, it's already over.
It's not.
But it's already
It's not
over.
even gimmicky or catchy.
Bro,
It's not.
when you come out and you're pounding people on the bro beat, it's over, bro.
Yeah.
Because if you notice that, he doesn't just pound you. He pounds you on the bro beat. When they're like, bro, he's doing this.
I can't
Bro,
listen.
that's creativity.
And
It's not. It's so bland. The guy just has no. When you look at him, I get bored. When I look at him, I
yeah,
get
but
bored.
it's not about you. You're the one who predicted
Yeah.
that women shouldn't be main eventing, and they are.
That's true.
Oh.
I said they're main eventing because of Ronda Rousey. So that's
my
what
damn
You
sure.
said that you don't think that they should main event because they wouldn't be a main
I just thought that Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins is the main event.
You're out of your
they're main event.
mind.
They are. Hey, they promoted it. They got the spot. Ronda Rousey's pretty much the reason why, if we look at it on a large scale. So what? Let them
The thing is, you could be proven right. I don't think you are.
No.
If they're scared to pull the
They
trigger,
got to bring it now. They have to bring it. You know, like I know, like I said on Raw, Charlotte and Ronda are going to bring it. Will Becky bring it? We'll find out.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. But I'm gonna say back to my box office guy, Matt Riddle. I hope you right about
That's
this.
like a little community theater we're talking about, right?
You're gonna look crazy if he gets to this main roster and just blows it up.
He ain't. He could be NXT champion. I agree with that.
Well,
But on the main roster, he's like Rusev level.
what say you, Anissa Barr, about the potential of the great? Man, she is flabbergasted right now. She is full.
I mean, look at Joe's entrance. When Joe comes out, everyone chants Joe.
Same thing.
Same
It literally
thing.
is the same thing.
Same exact thing.
Absolutely. It rhymes. It's the exact same thing.
That's over, but not over. You see what I mean?
you crazy?
When you're
What's
talking about
over?
over is Daniel Bryan's yes chant, where it becomes almost a
It
phenomenon.
wasn't instantly over.
Joe is
It
not a
wasn't.
phenomenon. This is not a phenomenon. Everyone can do a stupid
Everybody
chant.
hated
bro,
New
or
Day,
something.
too, when they first
The
started.
thing about it is that's not true, bro. Not everyone can do a chant, though. You have to understand. Think about all the chants you've heard in your life. There's not that many. There's not that many.
I mean, when Kurt Angle comes out,
the use
use
sucks.
suck thing.
It turned into a term of endearment.
John Cena. Everybody started
John
the
Cena sucks. Yeah.
and then all of a
These
sudden
are
it's still a thing.
legitimate, top-notch stars.
Yeah, but
okay,
they
that earned it
started-
through
But they
their...
started.
They
started.
That, they
Dude.
didn't need that to get him over at all.
Daniel Bryan was buried, but he's gonna be buried, bro. He was never gonna win WrestleMania 30.
I
Bro,
agree. But how many
that yes chant
Daniel
got him
Bryans
over.
are? That's a flash in the pan. There's only a couple Daniel Bryans and CM
That's
Punk
tough,
cases
bro.
like that. That's just rare.
No,
if you're
this-
gonna try to pin a
That's tough.
Matt Riddle or anyone else who's getting any sort of chant, I mean, there's what 20 people in that crowd at Full Sail chanting. Of course, they're gonna chant something. They have
but
nothing
you
else to do.
You have to remember with Matt Riddle, his gimmick is the people who are getting over and the chance that is close to their personality.
Yeah.
So if you look at SmackDown yesterday when New Day came up and they were talking about their whole thing, when they first came out, people didn't like them, and then
At
eventually they got over. And with New Day in particular, what they are portraying is essentially what they are times a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it's the people with Matt Riddle. It's like if you change everything about him, then he's not gonna get over because it's not him.
But that gimmick has got a shelf life. That's a shelf life
been-
gimmick.
Now, that's
That's
all
a
in-
minor league
that's
gimmick.
all in
Okay, that
California.
is a minor league, small show, bar wrestling, NXT at the max type
Oh,
of
you
gimmick.
want to talk about bar wrestling?
I don't want to talk about it. Actually, let's continue on
I
NXT.
highly doubt you should not disrespect bar wrestling. Let me
But
say
listen,
that.
Yeah,
No,
but
listen.
that gimmick has been, that's not even a gimmick. That's on
It's a-
every Southern California beach. You
Yeah, that's
see
what I'm
him.
gonna say, bro. Like it's what like
That's
I just
localized.
called you, bro.
WWE's worldwide. It's not exclusive to Southern California.
but you- when
Southern
you-
California doesn't even watch wrestling. Most of them. Okay,
Yeah,
they're on the beach.
Yes,
Out
but
of
it's
your
what I mean
mind.
it's a stereotype of Southern California. When you
Yeah.
think of Southern
Yeah.
California, you
Yeah.
think of beachers, you think of them with their surfboards, you think of them with long hair, you think of them with flip flops.
That is not a major gimmick.
I would
That
agree,
is not
listen.
a major
When you-
main event gimmick. No
Since I'm
chance.
from here.
Yeah,
You have to. When
yeah.
you think of beach, California
Bro,
Beach, Huntington Beach,
yes.
Santa Monica, Newport,
Yes.
Laguna, all those beaches, you think of that. You
Like
think
when
of
you-
a person
I
like
think
Matt
of-
Riddle. But
I
Matt
think of
Riddle
a Mandy
is not,
Rose. That's what I think.
I
I
swear to God.
But
knew
the thing
that
is,
was
Matt Riddle is not from here, but at the same time, he looks like he belongs here.
Absolutely.
He's been doing the same exact thing in the independent scene. The person that he pretty much
That
faced
says it all.
tonight was in the Indies for like a year, and I don't know why he went to NXT because
Listen.
he should build himself up in the Indies
Well,
and
he
then come
can
to
sell out
NXT.
a place with 20 people.
Listen. I would agree with
Do
you.
you okay? That's a problem. You've never been to an indie show,
He's not going.
and you will probably never will.
I got
There's
better
more-
things to do
there's-
than that, that's
okay,
for
let me
sure.
tell you something. Candice LeRae's last match, there was over 500 people in that
It is
building,
going
and
down.
they could not let anybody in that building because it was her last match. PWG, there's over
Should have been more
300
matches
people.
because she's not getting over on NXT.
Because, oh my god.
I mean, that
Man,
is-
he's about this.
I mean,
She's
she
about to
should have
explode.
stayed there.
that is true.
No, listen. I would agree with everything you're saying, Jim. If he wasn't so big, man.
The
he's
problem-
not
He's got a great
strong.
look. Like
It's not about his look, because you can look anyway. He
just
what
needs
he
a
is.
gimmick change.
Bro, you can look
And then
strong.
on
He
top-
is strong and
on
fast.
top of that too, he just came in and this is the gimmick that they put on him. But this is transferring from UFC to this, so it's like he has a strong following.
But he's,
That tells me one thing about Matt. If that's him, actually, damn, that boy's boring.
I can't wait till he kicks you in the face.
yeah, if he comes in,
Like-
listen,
We need that sound
I
there.
would 100% agree with you. I'm just saying, if he wasn't like this prototype, like athlete, bro,
He's
I'd
a great
agree.
athlete. I'm not taking that
But
He's a
away.
here's the
beast,
thing:
bro.
if he wasn't as popular as he is, maybe this wouldn't work.
Yeah, he's already over, bro. I'm just saying
He's over in NXT and the Indies.
But you
He's
act like
not
that.
over
But
on
you
the
act
main
like
roster.
you don't just get over. You know what I mean?
No, it's not easy to get over.
They don't
I'll give
gotta-
him
they
that.
don't gotta like
Listen, I'm not saying this guy's a jobber. Okay, I'm saying that he's potential NXT champion. I'll give
Project
it-
his ceiling. His ceiling
project
in
his ceiling
WWE.
mid-card WWE. Tops,
So, Intercontinental
Intercontinental champion at best.
I'll take it, bro. I'll
Okay,
take that.
if you want to take
Yeah,
it, you're
it's-
talking about like
You know
world
who's
champ-
held the Intercontinental title?
I know, shoot.
I take that, bro.
Chris Jericho, The Miz,
Shawn
Lady
Michaels.
yeah, exactly.
I
Razor
Mr.
Ramon.
Perfect. I take
Let's
that.
get going.
And we talk about it.
That's with a lot of changes though. So
That's
Damn.
that's with the proper matches and the proper storyline. I
Yeah.
don't think they have to change much with him. It's obviously the folks who watch NXT. It's just like certain people are over NXT and then they come over to the roster. We've seen plenty of times, and it just
100%
doesn't work
nothing.
out.
Right.
So it's definitely
right, bro.
It's definitely possible if he gets pulled up to the main roster, he's not going to work out. But that might just be because
he's
of
just
the
too green.
storyline.
He's not ready for a main roster because he can't cut a promo. Who is he going to feud with when he can't cut a promo?
But that's what I
But
always.
that's the problem that's the thing with wrestling. Not every wrestler
Yeah.
in wrestling is a good wrestler,
That's
and
what-
not everybody
Correct.
who wrestles is a good.
That's what I was
and
gonna
that's
say,
what
can do a
separates
promo.
stars from average.
But that's-
If you're a
No,
star, you gotta have
dude.
both.
But that's what I always say to you, Jim. Like most wrestlers.
That's why they
can't-
have writers.
But most wrestlers can't cut promos, bro. I'm telling you, watch the wrestlers. Most of them cannot cut a ridiculously good promo. They just can't, bro. I'm telling you, they can't. Look at,
Then if they get over on a main roster, on a main type of scene, then they have to be special in the ring. And we're talking about like special in a way they need to do something that's mesmerizing that no one else can do, like a ricochet, things like that. They need to be special on a certain level that their wrestling can overtake their lack of mic skill.
So I don't really agree with Jim often. However, he is right as far as superstar versus like a wrestler.
Yeah.
Like it's like, okay, if you know that you can't cut a promo, then it's behoove you to learn how to cut a promo.
and my thing
Because
is,
if you can do both and you have the opportunity. So for instance, when Nia had the opportunity the first time around, she was
Nope.
a lot of the women were just okay.
Right.
And it's just kind of one of those things. You even have oh my god, I just lost her. Renee, she went to acting classes. Like you have people who take the extra
Definitely.
initiative, and then look where Renee is now.
Yeah.
Like the opportunity presented itself and she was already prepared. So like to have the difference between a good wrestler versus a superstar, you have to be able to, when you think of the Mount Rushmore like we were talking about today,
Pillars, man.
the pillars as far as wrestlers, they all could cut promos.
you better believe it. But see, now we're talking about rarefied air. When I say promo cutting, man, when I say not everyone can cut a promo, it's because when I say not everybody, I mean there are certain wrestlers that have been up in the upper echelon who have not been able to cut the greatest promo. And you're talking about Matt Riddle not being able to cut a promo. He's been wrestling for 5 minutes. Does he have a chance?
Some time.
Does he have a chance?
He's new.
Can he?
That's why it's a different story between him and an Adam Cole. Adam Cole can barely cut a promo.
You're out of your mind.
That tonight, was that any
You're
indication
out
of something being good?
now
Was
I
that
know.
good tonight?
Now I
Hell
know.
no, it wasn't.
Well, something's in that
No.
AfterBuzz cup, man. You sipping
Bro,
on
I
some
can cut
lean
a
or
better
something.
promo anytime when I wake out of bed than Adam Cole
I
could
can't
on
believe
it
you just said he
in
can't
the
cut a
ring.
promo. Adam
Cut a
Cole.
promo in the morning.
It was
That's what you do in
Johnny
the morning.
Gargano can hang with him. That ain't cutting good promos.
I
Okay?
can't
Clearly, he's never
believe.
seen Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro
Yeah, I
Wrestling.
cannot believe you said Adam Cole can't cut a promo. I thought that was like.
I'm sorry. At the end of the day, I'm always gonna back up the indie guys. I don't care. I don't care. I'm always gonna back up these indie guys.
That
But the
day's
fact
about-
that you said Adam Cole can't do a
Come to an end.
promo,
Yeah, I can't believe you
watch
said
Ring
that.
of Honor, watch New Japan Pro Wrestling. They're old. Like,
Adam
come on.
Cole, baby.
Well, too bad that he saved his better stuff for something no one's ever seen. I'm waiting to see it on TV or.
Moving on, I do want to say I did like Velveteen Dream, cut,
Cool.
interrupting
That was cool.
the
yeah, I love the whole thing.
match.
I love the whole thing there.
I hope he comes out like that NXT Takeover.
That probably gonna be
That'd be
Riddle's.
really, really cool.
That'll
to
be
see.
Riddle's first loss. Probably he'll probably lose the
Hopefully.
streak.
Maybe.
I'd be stunned if they took it from Velveteen that early.
I wonder what Velveteen's going to wear since it's going to be New York City. Who is he going to be dressing up as?
Because
Which wrestler?
rarely does a wrestler lose a title before he's even defended it at all. You know what I mean? Like this will be he won it, and then what if he just goes to take over and then loses it? Like that would I just don't see
If
him.
it were to happen to anybody, it might be Velveteen.
I'd be stunned.
Based off of the rumors of his locker room.
But that
The
was-
stuff that he's posting on Twitter is very hilarious.
But that would show me how much they care about Riddle. If Riddle beats him at TakeOver, and this fast, I'll be like, oh, then something's going on. Then, I don't see it, bro. No way.
Jason on the live chat says Jim is right about Adam Cole.
Of course.
Absolutely
Jason
not.
knows.
Absolutely
guy's
not.
never seen
No,
a
Jason's
UFC.
wrong. He's
He's so bland. I mean,
No,
the guy's
I'm with you on everything but him not cutting the promo. That's absurd. That is absurd.
What was so good about tonight? Let's go about tonight. Let's recap that. What caught your attention there?
So I'm judging. So you can only judge a person on one day of their body of work.
No, I've seen this
I'm a
backstage
body of
stuff
work. I'm a
he's done.
body of work guy. So like I can't judge you on one thing.
Okay, fair enough.
His career? No.
I haven't seen anything of him.
Then
Every
you-
time I see him
You're
backstage,
disqualified.
Oh my god!
You have just disqualified yourself from this conversation. You have
Right.
to watch his stuff.
no, I said I've seen his stuff backstage and all their stuff, and it's never
We're
impressive
talking
at all.
about his backstage stuff.
I'm talking about
Just whenever he's on camera or mic, whenever he gets a chance to talk.
Adam Cole, baby. We get to the main
Adam
event.
Could take him out, him and Johnny Gargano. alone.
I believe that.
You know what I did? I Wikipedia right away their size and see how I compare up to them. And
You are the worst.
I had to do that.
You are the worst person.
I had to do that. I'm like, man,
Wikipedia lies.
these are two small dudes going against each other. This should be a great takeover main event.
You are the worst. And listen, we get to the main event, man. We get to the great Ricochet, the great Aleister Black versus the amazingly talented Forgotten Sons. And I was stunned Forgotten Sons lost this. I don't know why. I just thought it'd be great. But everyone was like, oh, you can't have heels go against heels. I'm like, but are World Raiders heels, though? Because everyone loves them. So I don't even know if they really are heels. I know they might be acting like they are, but when you're over, it's that whole thing when Ziggy's like, Twitter was like, heel Ziggler, and everyone was like, nah, we love you, bro, sorry. Like, so he couldn't even, like, become a heel. So,
We
like,
haven't seen him in a minute.
I watched an interview on him at his palatial estate, and he seems
Hollywood,
weird.
Florida or
He
something?
seems a little weird though about. It's weird the way he talks about WWE now. It's really weird. It's like he put it like this. He's on break. He says
He's doing comedy.
he's
Well,
on
why-
break. Yeah, that's his passion though.
Yeah.
Why not? They gave him such an extensive contract and he did all the negotiations.
Ziggy's
himself.
a smart guy.
Maybe
though.
more money.
He's shrewd enough to
Well,
know.
no, the contract that he signed
large.
has a lot of money, and in his contract it stated that he could take breaks.
The best thing he said was exactly that. He goes, this new contract is offering me the luxury of.
Oh, yeah.
So he's comfortable. It's not like he was mad. It's like
Okay.
from a wrestling standpoint, he feels a little. It's interesting, but he seems he's so happy about the new perks though. The new I'm able to chill.
He was on
and-
his way to quitting, and they pretty much allegedly
Backed
begged him
up,
to
though.
stay and
Brick
gave him
Trump.
everything that he wanted.
I love that.
And if you're like, okay, I don't need to like wrestle and I could do my passion,
Yeah.
but like I'm still signed to this company and they're really not doing anything with me. I could see how
Yeah.
he feels away, but let me enjoy this check.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they did it, because he would have signed with another promotion
And
and
he
he
is-
would have been champion right away.
Easily.
You know?
I mean,
So that
immediately.
dude is champion material. We're talking about guys who are over, who
Ziggler's
can
unbelievable.
wrestle and can cut a promo. That's one right there.
Ziggler's unbelievable.
I don't
man.
Yeah.
think he would have gone to another company, no. I
He
think
might
would
have,
been over
but
it.
he leveraged it
If
the right
the
way
price
for
is
him.
right, but I think Ziggy's a lifer. I think he's a lifer.
Yeah.
First Battle Hall of Famer for sure. So we get to that match. It's an amazing match. Aleister Black and Ricochet winning the surprise match. It's an amazing match.
I called it, too,
14
by the
minutes
way.
and 24 seconds. They will go on to face the War Raiders. Well, they will get the brakes beat off them, by the way. All this black mass and all this other stuff. This 620, 640. All this ends at TakeOver because the War Raiders shutting all that down. But anyways, what say you, Anissa Barr, about the match?
I thought it was great. Everyone was, I don't want to say botched, but everyone was on point in this match.
Yeah.
I just said this before the show started. I realized that Buddy Murphy's old tag team partner is part of this duo, and as well as what's his name, Jax? No, Jax. I think they call him Jackson now,
That sounds
but
about
he was part of Beer Money in TNA with Bobby Roode, and I think they're bringing that gimmick back.
Yeah, without saying.
I actually
beer
knew what
money.
she was talking about.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to see your face.
Yeah,
Just wanted to see the.
Yeah, so what TK, what do you think about the match? What do you think about who you think wins at TakeOver? What's your
I actually think Ricochet and Black are gonna win.
And what do you think that means
TakeOver.
for them for the
I think if Triple H had his way and Vince, like he could convince Vince, if he can convince Vince to have them stay in NXT, then they win. If Vince pretty much kiboshes that, then they lose with just going to the main roster and them getting completely lost.
Yeah, my theory is they lose on TakeOver and win titles at WrestleMania. That's just my
Titles on the main roster?
Yeah. Like they get called.
I would be so pissed if
And
that
take
was
that
like
away
a
from-
wrestler
Would that be
that
crazy?
just got called up a couple months ago.
I've seen crazier things, man.
I mean, I know it's possible, but I like if you're that person that got called up and you think this is your big break and you don't have any chances, and all of a sudden these two just come up and they take a belt.
Yeah,
that would not be.
They've been beating every. They've been on the
They're
main
undefeated.
roster. So
Solo win is that. So before we get up out of here, I want to go around the room real quick and drop these matches real quick because I don't think there's a take NXT next week. There should not be because you know you give me New York next week.
Right.
So we got I'm gonna go with you real quick, Jim. So we got the War Raiders versus Aleister Black and Ricochet. Who wins that match?
War Raiders, because then they're going to split up Ricochet and Aleister and put them on the main roster.
Send your boy Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole. Who wins that match?
Who cares? Who gives a Gargano, because he's a lifer, so he's got to stay now.
So the Dream versus my guy Riddle. Who wins
the
that?
Dream's got to win.
And then Baszler versus Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, and Kairi Sane.
Baszler drops it to Bianca, because Baszler's got to move up to the main roster.
Yeah.
The great
makes
Pete
sense.
Dunne versus Walter. Who wins
Oh, that's
that?
going to be a hell of a match. Pete Dunne.
TK, what about you? Pete Dunne versus Walter, the bruiserweight versus
I
Walter.
got Pete Dunne for that one.
In the War Raiders and Aleister Black. Who you got?
Black and Ricochet.
Johnny and Adam Cole.
Ooh. If you take out the politics, I want to go with Adam Cole.
Yep. Velveteen Dream and Matt Riddle.
Ooh, that one's tough.
I know.
I'll do Dream.
Yep. And Baszler, Io, Kairi, and Bianca. I'm telling you.
I'm hoping something great. Like, I really hope if Baszler drops the belt and she gets moved up to the main roster, it's not going to be, like, and again, there's a lot of wrestlers it's happened to. I hope it doesn't happen to her because it's just the perfect storm.
Yeah.
Like, don't miss out on this opportunity where you have Ronda who's not knocked up at the moment. She says she wants to get knocked up, so
It's
you might
here.
as well just do it now.
It's here.
Like, if you're going to do it, then do it now. But
Yep.
don't have her lose the belt for her to just go up and then, like, you know, almost be
Yeah.
a fish out of the water. And if that's not the case, then just leave her down there and then have them battle it out some more until SummerSlam and figure it out.
Oh, what do you think, Anissa? Pete Dunne versus Walter. Who you got?
Walter, I think Pete Dunne had that title for.
It's been
too long.
too long.
And you know, if you like again, watch Walter. He slaps the soul out of his opponent.
Yeah, it's been a long run for Pete Dunne, and he'll be all right either way. Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole, baby.
Honestly, I think Johnny Gargano is going to win it. As much as I like Adam Cole, but I think they're going to
this is
keep
the
Johnny.
moment.
Maybe
Yep.
I don't know.
Velveteen Dream versus Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle.
And Baszler. Who do you think wins that?
I think Bianca Belair is going to win it.
Yeah, and then so in the War Raiders versus Aleister Black and Ricochet. Who you got?
What was it?
Aleister Black, Ricochet versus the War Raiders.
War Raiders.
Oh man. Yeah, that wraps everything up. This should be a very interesting thing. I don't think they have a show, but if they do, my crew will be here. I'll be here trying to over in New York fighting crime, dodging all these crazy people in that crazy city in the Big Apple, man. Man. Jim, put yourself over, let everybody know where they can say, oh, they hate mail.
What? If you guys want to chat about my boy Johnny, no, I can't even do it. Hit me up at the Jim Alexander on all social media, realtalker.com, and I'll be on Raw. You know where to find
My
me.
man. TK Trinidad.
You can find me on everything at TK Trinidad.
Anissa Barr.
All social media at Anissa Barr.
Yo, Evan T. Mac, Instagram and Twitter. I'll tell y'all, man, I appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate my panel because they do
We
keep
didn't
this
hear
fun.
what you were.
What happened?
What do you guess?
Oh, listen. Oh my gosh, man. Pete Dunne, Velveteen, Bianca, War Raiders.
Shout out to Barry Mack.
And Adam Cole, baby! Yo, y'all take care, man. Everybody
Time to
enjoy
end this.
TakeOver. Enjoy
Time to
WrestleMania.
end
I'll
this.
see y'all.
BMP shirts, pro wrestling tees.
Yeah, man. I beat y'all
Why
up,
not putting
dude.
your shirts over?
Put them on, bro. Put 'em-
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.